45 balls or less. All should be fun stuff as we are going to be streaming all these games to you guys live on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name on both YouTube Live and Twitch is MegaSota. So hopefully you guys check that out, and we'll be sending out some luck if you guys check in on any of those broadcasts.
Oh yeah, but speaking of those shiny new Pilot TVs, we just sent out a bunch to a ton of new locations, and those locations just getting them installed are Westside Tavern, Silver Star Saloon, Eagle View Bar and Grill, Bucks Bar, Heartland Country Club, American Legion Lewiston, Hideaway Tavern and Grill, American Legion Mabel, Mabel Liquor Store, Trails End, American Legion Long Prairie, Rose City Bar, American Legion La Center, Rivers Bend Bar and Grill, the Wheelhouse, Brandon Municipal Liquor, the Foundry Pub, the Bar Hastings, as well as the Tavern of Starbuck. Congratulations to all those locations getting those shiny new Pod TVs. We wish you guys a little bit of extra luck on all these games at Game Day Bingo we got ahead of us today.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff in the store. And we've had a great start to season 13, as we've given out 34 jackpots over the last 7 days and 42 jackpots during this season 13, starting off right on the 1st. So definitely some great stuff in this season 13.
Oh yeah, but starting off those jackpots on that Friday was Flyboy over at American Legion Shakopee, taking home $873. Good job to you, Flyboy.
Yeah, then we had Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, taking home $4,884.
Right after that was Becky over at VFW Blaine, taking home $1,123.
Then we had Cass over at The Great Escape, taking home $1,026.
Right after that was J&A over at Big Dog Sports Cafe, taking home $3,164. Good job, J&A.
Then we had Belushi over at Muddy Cow Brooklyn Park, taking home $1,801. Now, what does John Belushi sing?
I actually started to think that I'm pretty sure he wasn't a singer. I'm like 90%.
No, yeah, I'm pretty
He's
sure.
Definitely an actor.
Yeah,
Isn't it Jim Belushi?
I thought it was John Belushi.
Oh no, it's John Belushi.
He's a comedian. That's what he is. Oh, he totally is.
He was one of the Blues Brothers. That's what he was.
Yes, I completely forgot. He's in Animal House, the Blues Brothers. He did a bunch in Saturday Night Live.
But yeah, he did do singing. Yeah, he was a musician.
Okay. So we're not completely that far off.
No.
We do have
Touche
over at VFW Columbia Heights, taking home a nice $11.40 Musco prize in this game number 1 of Game Day Bingo. We'll now be getting rolled into a game number 2 with that minor prize, clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less. Should be some great stuff as you guys are getting after it in this game number 2. But yeah, good job, Belushi, getting our final jackpot on that Friday.
Oh yeah, but starting off on that Saturday was Corey over at Clear Grit, taking home $709. Good job to you, Corey.
Welcome to Clear Grit. Next up on that Saturday, we had Money Lova over at Forever Burma's, taking home $4,346.
Oh, yeah. Right after that was Rylan over at Goodfellas Bar and Grill, taking home $740.
Yeah, then we had Nico South over at Joseph's Bar and Grill, taking home $967.
Oh, yeah. Right after that, we had Nathan over at Rookie's Sports Bar, taking home $641. Good job, Nathan.
How do you like the movie The Rookie? With it's got Dennis Quaid, and he comes back as a pitcher and everything like that. Yeah.
It was a classic because he was just the coach, and then he had he was like a 40-year-old. He had like the 100-mile-per-hour fastball.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
I saw someone say that it was like one of their lower-rated sports movies of all time kind of thing. And I remember watching it.
That movie.
I haven't watched it in a long time, to be honest.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was
great.
So cool.
Oh, yeah. I think Angels in the Outfield is a weaker movie than The Rookie.
I was also completely convinced that my dad could throw a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. I was like, oh, my dad could do that.
I could see him hitting like 85 to 90, but not.
Nah. If you ever saw
I'm not
that,
saying like down the line. I'm saying
if you ever saw that man throw, you wouldn't be saying that.
I was just thinking like size, being able to like put weight behind it.
Oh no! If you had him like lift, I mean, he's got the strength, I'm sure, to do it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the technique at all to do
No?
it. No, not one bit. He doesn't have a rocket launcher behind him. That's all I gotta say.
Rats.
But he can throw 225 around like it's nothing. So I whatever it is. I mean,
Still scary.
Yeah. We do have 15 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 2, as we got $256 available on that minor prize. Definitely some awesome stuff there. We are trying to get that major to $3,000, as soon as it gets over that, the very next game, it'll be clicking up from 50 to that next ball count, which should be some really, really great stuff. But let's continue on with our jackpots, as we had just talked about Nathan. Next up was Jody over at VFW Zumbrota, who took home $656.
Oh, yeah, and our final jackpot for that Saturday was Newbie over at Mazeppa Liquor Store, taking home $829. Good to see you, Newbie. Glad to see you out there.
Oh, yeah. Everyone talks about newbie fantasy football luck, and you got into such a terrible situation.
Don't bring this up.
See,
these are fighting words. No, I'm kidding.
you decided to, for the first time, do fantasy, right? You had never
it was a great idea.
You had never done fantasy, but the problem was you did fantasy with a bunch of newbies, and so you ended up.
I had crazy points. I scored. I was like, I was in like the top 5 for points scored.
Yeah,
but
yeah, you had a pretty decent team. I mean, it was an unlucky, unfortunate events for you on the fantasy football side of things.
The entire season was just a series of unfortunate events.
Oh yeah, I mean, it ended up I didn't even make the playoffs or anything like that either. I did really bad.
You got a wild card game.
No, I got see if I could place higher up in the standings, but the playoffs to make the championship, I wasn't a part of those. But it was definitely. I lost to 2 girls who one has no clue even who was on her team. I just met her for the first time, and she definitely doesn't know a single thing about her fantasy football team.
Yeah.
And the other one was another girl who was her first time ever playing fantasy football, and they both beat us. I mean, we're both, take.
My least favorite one was the one time where
I claim I know football, so that's a little bit worse on me, I think.
Yeah.
You get the excuse of that you don't claim that you know football that well, and you've never played fantasy football before. Me, on the other hand, I just stink. Next up on our not our celebrity birthday list, on our jackpot list. I mean, might as well be celebrities for us. We got the 108 over at Goodfellas in Lakeville, taking home the first jackpot of Sunday, $900 going out to them.
Oh, yeah, but we got Lucky Nana over at Monty Sports Bar, taking home that Musco of $14.60. Good job to you, Lucky Nana.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. Continue on with the jackpots that went out over this weekend. On Sunday, we had Chad over at Friar Tuck's Pub, taking home $683. Chad meets a friar. Chad walks into a bar and meets a friar. What? I feel like that's a really good,
it's like the start of a
really good joke.
Yeah,
but
it's like the start of it. We just got to figure it out.
I just got to figure out the punchline.
Oh,
I mean, I'm one punchline away from having, a great joke.
Oh, yeah. Right after that, we had Kelly over at Riverside Store and Tavern, taking home $978. Good job to you, Kelly.
Yeah, then we had Chrissy over at Willie McCoy's of Andover, taking home $1,055.
Oh, yeah. Right after that was Heatherby over at Broadway Pizza, Coon Rapids, taking home $7,869. Would have been the largest jackpot of the weekend.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Lucky over at Classic Bowl, who took home $57,205, the mega jackpot in this game day bingo that went out on Sunday. Absolutely awesome stuff for Lucky.
Oh, yeah. Right after that, we had Diva over at Boulevard Bar and Grill, taking home $925. Good job, Diva.
Yeah, then we had Aruba Money over at Leo's Bar Newmarket, taking home $1,085.
Oh, yeah, and after that was Heather over at the Rock Tavern, taking home $686. Good job, Heather.
Yeah, then we had Captain over at Surfside Bar and Grill, taking home $684.
Oh, yeah, and our final jackpot for that Sunday and the weekend as a whole went out to big-time player Nan over at American Legion Kimball, taking home $832. Good job, Nan.
Yeah, definitely awesome stuff to all of these players, getting some great wins. But we do have a great ETAB game that we need you guys to check out. It's Phone Tag. You guys can win big in the Gossip bonus and watch the credits roll in the Call Around the World bonus. The more they talk, the more money you take home. It's really, really great stuff there. And we've definitely enjoyed watching all the previews of that great game, Phone Tag.
Oh, yeah. And if you guys want to see a preview of that ETAB game and all of our ETABs that are about to come out, go give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. You just have to search up Pilot Games and you'll see our logo. That way you'll also be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. While you guys are on there, you guys can click on our website link to see our on our Facebook page to see our link tree. That has links to bar locations, all of our social media, and much more than that as well.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff on our social media. But if you guys want to know our game schedule for today, our live bingo schedule for today, we're about to go over it right now for you guys, as we're going to be playing the game day bingo you're playing right now from 12 all the way till 1, finishing off our first stint of game day bingo, and that's when we play our first game of Lucky 4 bingo at 1 p.m. There's $68,233 available in that game of Lucky 4 bingo, so you definitely want to stick around for that great game. But even after that, we'll be getting after some more great prizes. The second stint of game day bingo will be happening from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock, where any of these prizes that don't go out during the games we're playing with you guys right now, they'll just be growing and rolling into that 1 to 4 time. But that's not the end of game day bingo. As happy hour, we got some more game day bingo action, as well as that leadoff game of Lucky 4 bingo right at 4 p.m., where if we don't give out that prize at 1 p.m., you'll have another opportunity at $68,000.
Oh, yeah, but right after that 4 p.m. slot of Lucky 4 bingo, you guys will be getting into 23 more games of game day bingo, running from 4 all the way till 6, where that minor, that major, and that mega will be growing and rolling on to all those times in case any of them don't happen to not go out. But after that last chance at Lucky 4 bingo right at 6 p.m., where you guys get a chance at that $68,000, you guys will be getting into 4 hours uninterrupted of Skull Bingo $1 cards. During those times, you guys will be going after a line prize of $28.50. You guys can always take home in 10 balls or less. A large frame prize of $7,877. You can always take home in 43 balls or less. And that coverall prize at $22,642. You guys can always take that home in 50 balls or less. You guys got to make sure you guys are swinging out for that Skull Bingo for that 6 to 10 jackpot.
Definitely, but also come out for a little of our specialty night action, as the following 2 nights we'll have some great PGL nights. First one being MegaSota game night. Tony and Nikki are going to be here giving out a bunch of PGL points, a bunch of prizes, and it starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday. They even have a grand finale jackpot of $3,034. You guys can take home in 54 balls or less in a great game of Jackpot Jungle. But if you can't come out Tuesday, make sure you're coming out Wednesday, as me and Will are going to be coming into the Ice Studio trying to give out some great PGL points prizes from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday like we do. Should be some really, really great stuff, as our Wild have been hot in these past 10 games.
Oh, yeah, it's been great to watch. Make sure you guys are swinging out for that MegaSota game night and that Wild Wednesday. But we do have Jantastic over at Sidewinders taking home that must-go prize of $15.20. Good job to you, Jantastic, meaning that minor, that major, and that mega are going to be growing and rolling onto this next round with that minor clicking up to 58 balls or less to take home.
Yes, definitely some great stuff there. Good job to the players getting after in this game, but definitely getting rolled into this next one, as I mean that minor prize is looking really good heading into a game number 4. We do just have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get enrolled into this one, as we're going to start talking about some national days. The first one being a fun one, National Balloon Ascension Day. National Balloon Ascension Day on January 9th commemorates the first balloon flight in the United States in 1793.
Nah, hot air balloons are so scary.
You don't like hot air balloons?
No, I've been in one like once.
Really?
Just, like, I don't know. The concept is...
That's like a bucket list for me. I would love to go into
cool.
a hot air balloon.
It is very cool. But it's like it's a little cramped. It's a little scary.
It definitely
I always
is.
just think about how I'm just like in a giant, like, hot air balloon.
Yes.
You're just in a balloon up in the air.
Yeah, I get it. I get why that would be a little terrifying.
It is.
But it seems like nice. I don't know.
No,
it seems
definitely
relaxing.
It's a very cool experience, and like also like since you don't really hear too much other than like when the little jet's on, it's really nice and like kind of like a calming.
Yeah, I feel like that would be one of those things that I would enjoy as like which is really it'd be fun like to do for like a date.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I feel like that
I've
would be
seen
a
that a
really,
lot.
really fun date
Yeah.
kind of idea.
As long as like things don't like go haywire.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
obviously. I mean, if
But I
things
feel like that's pretty rare.
That's I feel like that's the truth for every date, though. As long as things don't go haywire,
Yeah.
my date's gonna go great.
Yeah.
We got 1 minute to get enrolled in this game number 4, $293. That major prize is finally over $3,000. So if it doesn't go out in this game, it'll be clicking up in ball count. So it should be some fun stuff as we're getting enrolled into this game. But yeah, hard air balloons, really fun stuff. Is the Jackie Chan Around the World in 80 days, or what's it called? Is that what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Does he ride in a hot air balloon in that one?
That's the premise of the book and everything, so I would assume so.
Or is it like a makeshift hot air balloon?
Slash plane
Yeah.
thing. Around the Daft Punk song shows up first. That's great.
Yeah. Okay. Let's find out, because I feel like it wasn't in like a hot air balloon. It was like a. No, it definitely wasn't a hot air balloon. Okay, there was definitely pieces in a hot air balloon, but they were also in like a weird ship in some parts of it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Definitely some funny stuff there. Yeah,
that's
I
a
haven't watched that
classic.
one in so long, but it's definitely a funny movie.
It is.
Yeah, I would need to watch it again to really get a full comprehension of it, if it's actually good or not.
yeah.
But Jackie Chan, Steve Coogan, I mean, Owen Wilson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, it doesn't get much worse than that.
No,
I mean,
it really doesn't. Hold on. What did Owen Wilson do to anybody? All he did was.
Ka-chow.
I was going to say, he was just one of the best race cars of all time. He was Drillbit Taylor.
yeah. No, I actually am a fan of Owen Wilson. I think
Oh, yeah.
I like all those.
Wow.
I like all those characters, to
Oh,
be
yeah.
honest.
I think one of my favorite roles might have been him as the cowboy in Night at the Museum.
Oh, that is a great. And then Steve Coogan's in that as well as
the Octavius.
Yes, Octavius. Yeah, definitely super funny in those movies as well. So I mean, you get that duo once again in a movie.
Yeah.
I think it works pretty well. And add Jackie Chan to the mix. I mean, you can
that's
never
right.
go wrong with Jackie Chan.
No, look.
Do you have a favorite Jackie Chan movie?
It might not even be a movie, but it's a series.
Okay, really?
Yeah. Let's see. It was like Jackie Chan Adventures. Yeah, Jackie Chan Adventures. That was a
Oh.
classic animated series.
Okay.
I loved it a lot as a kid. But movie, it's gonna have to be Rush Hour.
I mean, I was about to say the Rush Hour
Rush Hour
movies
is how
are
I-
just.
Rush Hour is how I gave Gordon one of his worst childhood injuries. It is the actual stemmed from reason why.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
You just get inspired by
Yeah.
Rush Hour.
We were really just trying some random fighting move or something like that, and then I kicked him really hard somewhere where I shouldn't have.
Yes.
With a pillow in front, and then there was just blood.
Oh,
eventually.
gosh, terrible.
Eventually.
Absolutely horrifying.
Poor Gordon, he did not deserve that. He's such a sweet soul.
Did I tell you what's so wrong about? I mean, like I don't like that this is my favorite movie that he's in, but for some reason it sticks in my head more than any other one, and that's The Spy Next Door.
Oh, that's a classic. That is just that was up there The Pacifier was.
Yes,
for me.
yes, it was just really good. I
Yeah.
watched it when it very early when it came out, and I was kind of right at an age where spies were cool, I guess, and
Exactly.
so it was great.
Oh yeah, but we do have a couple winners with GP Vets and Lucky Nana. They're gonna be splitting up that Musco prize of $14.80 with that minor jackpot, clicking up in monetary amount as well as 60 balls or less to take home for this next game.
Yeah, I'll also have to say I love his version of Karate Kid.
Yeah,
as
I liked his version.
being the gosh, what's the master's name in Karate Kid?
Oh,
Mr. Han.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
good in that. The Foreigner was really good. It was more recent. Of
I
his
don't
films.
think I've seen The Foreigner.
It's like let's see. He basically is someone that I guess maybe ex special forces or some kind.
Oh, okay.
He, something happens and he just starts messing with whatever happens, making up crazy bombs and stuff like that.
Wait, I think I'm changing my opinion. Wait, is Jackie Chan in the one where they're going to different dimensions, and he's killing off himself to become more powerful? Do you know what I'm talking about?
What is
Or is that Bruce Lee? It could be.
Is there anything else about it?
I'm trying to remember. Ben, do you remember this movie? As I would love for you, because I know he watched it as well, as we watched so many of the same movies together.
Wow.
But a movie where, Jackie Chan jumped to different dimensions. There was an evil Jackie Chan and there was a good Jackie Chan, and they were taking out each other. And then there was guys with watches that were chasing after them.
Oh, Ben says he remembers it, but let's see.
Yeah, if you could look that one up for me, Ben, that would be absolutely great just to figure out that movie, or else I'm just going to have this constant itch in the back of my brain for a really long time today. But we have 30 seconds to get enrolled in this game. We got a minor prize, 60 balls or less, $321. High likelihood that's going out. Major prize clicked up from 50 to 51 balls or less, $3,000 there. And then the mega prize sitting at $10,000. You could take home in 45 balls or less. This should be some great stuff as you guys are getting into this game number 5.
Woo. And as you guys are getting enrolled into your game number 5, we got another national day for you guys. This one being National Clean Off Your Desk Day. The second Monday of January each year recognizes National Clean Off Your Desk Day. Very important day, Finally get some of that stuff that's been sitting there for too long away.
Yeah. I feel like everyone needs a little reminder sometimes to clean off their desk.
Oh, yeah.
As I know
It's
I'm
a
one of those
workspace,
people that I'll just let it get out of control at times.
Terribly.
And then I
because
find
I'm just working and I don't think about anything else around me except for when I'm just first walking in.
And I'll think about it when I sit down. I'm like, man, this needs to get cleaned off, but I got to do work right now. And then I do work, and then once I'm done with work, I'm like, I don't want to clean off my desk.
It's time to go.
And so sometimes you just got to force yourself to clean off your desk and get done that tedious chore that you might not want to do. Happy National Clean Off Your Desk Day. Next up, though, is an International Choreography Day. Choreographers Day. On January 9th, International Choreographers Day celebrates choreographers past and present. It also is a day to show appreciation to choreographers for keeping dance alive in our hearts.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, choreographers definitely something very important. Makes every performance that much better, especially on screen. When
Okay.
There's a crazy dance scene or something like that. They're
for
the people
sure.
that make sure that everything looks cool for the whole set.
Yes. Do you have a favorite choreographed dance in cinema?
I don't know if I can think of one. Maybe in that suit song from How I Met Your Mother, when they all have the suits on, and it's like Barney doing this whole thing about how he's never gonna throw them away.
Oh,
I need a
okay.
suit or something like that.
Okay.
It was a classic.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm gonna go with whoever choreographed the scene in Spider-Man 3 as Tobey Maguire's walking down the street, and he's exactly that is
the Bully Maguire
that
scene?
is my
Classic.
that is probably my favorite choreographed scene of all
Chef's Kiss,
time.
one of the best choreographers of all time. It's gotta be.
It's gotta be. Well, we do have a winner here, as we got Lover Wins over at American Legion Spicer, taking home $21.90 on that prize. Good job, Lover Wins, as we are now going to be getting enrolled into a game number 6, with that minor prize clicking up again from 60 to 62 balls or less.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play for this next game, because it's definitely going to be some great stuff. But we do have the movie that Ian was talking about, and it was called, it was called The One, and it was Jet Li.
Oh, dang it. Okay, I knew I could have been wrong with that. It was a different actor and, and stuff like that, different action.
Oh, yeah. It's really hard to, mix up some of those, action roles movies I saw as a kid, especially with a lot of them having, a lot of, I never really cared about actors that much as a kid.
Yeah.
So I was just oh, it's this movie. And then I'll just be remember something from it. And then I'll, throw in some random actor in the role.
Oh, yeah, I do it all the time. I just, and I feel like, yeah, I like both of them as actors, so it's good. But I always get them mixed up and stuff like that. I feel like it just happens. Well, happy International Choreographers Day. I love a good choreographed dance. I've been seeing a bunch of the new Matilda musical. I've seen a bunch of choreographed dances from that.
Oh, there's a new Matilda thing coming out?
Yeah, it already came out. It's on Netflix.
That's sick. I loved Matilda.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Matilda.
That'd be awesome. Matilda was so good.
Yes, yeah, Matilda the musical just came out. It's got
Wow.
Emma Thompson. It's got Stephen Graham.
Oh, Lashana Lynch is in it?
Yeah, it's a really good. It looked really entertaining for sure.
Oh, yeah. And also, like, Matilda, like, just a great movie. I loved
Yeah,
the first
I
one.
saw some great choreographed dances from that one.
Interesting. I wonder if they got, like, the cake scene in it again.
Oh, maybe. I haven't seen it yet, so I'll have to give it a watch, and maybe I'll maybe they do. Next up, though, on our National Day list is National Apricot Day. Apricot lovers from all over the United States observes National Apricot Day every year on January 9th.
Oh, apricots, great. Definitely one of the top tier fruits that are out there.
Definitely.
It's a pit fruit, I think.
Yeah, I don't ever eat apricots. So,
Really?
So yeah, no, I'm not an apricot fan.
Oh, man. That is so sad. It's really sad. You don't really see too many, like, apricot-flavored things either.
No, you really don't. As yeah, I never have apricot. I don't know if I've ever had apricot, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's definitely close to, like, maybe like a peach, kind of.
Okay.
Similar,
Interesting.
but different flavor.
It definitely looks like a peach in like color and almost texture of the fruit, but I wouldn't guess that it tastes like one.
No, it's a little different. Kind of its own thing going on. It's definitely a very good fruit, though.
I might have tried dried apricot. I don't think I've ever tried. I think I've tried dried apricot, but I don't think I've ever tried just like a freshly cut apricot. I might be able to. I might like it. I mean,
Today's definitely the day to try it out because,
No.
like, I feel like it's kind of hard to dislike any kind of fruit.
Yeah.
Just because fruit is like
it's super tasty.
most fruit I've had is just so good. Definitely some awesome stuff. Happy National Apricot Day. But next up, we got National Static Electricity Day. It may be a little shocking, but National Static Electricity Day is on January 9th. The observance explores the static electricity, even how we may cause it. And yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Static electricity, it was always fun as a kid, putting your feet on the carpet and then trying to, like, shock your friend or something like that.
Yes.
It was a classic.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, static electricity, one of the funniest things to play with and use. I mean, even rubbing your head on the balloon to, like, have your hair spread all the way up was super fun. But I mean, I'm trying to think of other ways static electricity was fun.
I think isn't static electricity part of the little plasma ball where where the little lightning things will kind of go wherever you touch it?
Maybe. Let's find out a little bit. Some fun facts about static electricity. As static electricity is the buildup of electrical charge made up of positive and negative ions on the surface of an object. These charges stay in one place, hence the name static electricity. So I wouldn't guess that was static electricity.
Oh yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. We got Big Mama over at Uptown, one ball away from that major jackpot, but 10 balls behind taking home that minor. Good job to you, Big Mama. Taking home that minor jackpot of $361. Definitely some awesome stuff. Super close to that major jackpot.
Definitely awesome stuff there, as we're going to be getting enrolled into a game number 7. That $32 must-go prize is only going to be growing as you guys get enrolled, so it should be a pretty sizable must-go in this game number 7. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to get enrolled, as we got even better prizes, as we got that major prize, 51 balls or less still available. Obviously, if they wanted one ball earlier, they'd be able to take that one home. And we also got that mega prize of $10,000 you can take home in 45 balls or less.
Oh, yeah. But we were just talking about static electricity, and static charges actually build up when two surfaces rub against each other. When this happens, electrons move from one surface to the other, so one object will have positive charge and the other a negative charge. Rubbing two objects quickly, such as your feet on the carpet, will cause a buildup in the large charge.
That's awesome stuff. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think that's one of the basic things of static electricity that we found out as kids. Just rubbing your feet on the carpet, and you could shock somebody with it.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was like a weapon.
It was definitely, especially when it was in the dry seasons.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you could just get so many shocks out.
You could.
Yeah, you could just be walking around as long as you were dragging your feet on the ground.
Oh, yeah, between each step, it was great.
You were able to do it. It's awesome stuff. Well, happy National Static Electricity Day. Next up is National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. Across the country on January 9th each year, citizens take the lead to show support on National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. Yes, we'd like to, appreciate all the law enforcement out there that's out there trying to protect our country, doing the right things, doing their job correctly, and being a good influence on the community. And so we like to appreciate those people as we're celebrating National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day.
Oh, yeah, and if you're part of law enforcement, give you a little bit of extra luck on all these extra games. So there we go.
Definitely some awesome stuff.
I'm going to need an icy hot after that one.
You threw your back out on that.
A little bit.
A little bit. You'll be walking like this for the rest of the day.
I know, man. I never really thought about it, but, man, those 20s really hit you hard.
And a bunch of people are just groaning at you right now, being like, your 20s.
Yeah. Like, oh, now you hurt. Just wait.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's how my parents sound.
Well, we do have to talk a little bit about some Twins news, as 3 days ago, there was a renewed hope that Twins fans that Carlos Correa could return to Minnesota amid reported hesitation from the New York Mets about Correa's surgically repaired ankle and how it could impact him later on in his career. Look no further than MLB Network's Jim Bowden, who said Friday that there's a strong possibility the Twins get Correa. He went so far as to say that the Twins pick out Correa right under the New York Mets' noses, and don't be surprised if the Mary Tyler Moore status someday has a Correa status next to it. The rumor mill was running extremely hot, but alas, the land of 10,000 dying hopes, the Correa buzz has been hit with a very strong dose of buzzkill, and the man holding the can of repellent is the same guy who boosted hopes, Bodeman.
He made the rug and ripped it out from under us.
Yeah. I am being told from a friend that's very close to Carlos Correa that he will be a New York Met, Bowden said Sunday on MLB Network Radio. They're finishing up the language right now, and this thing is going to get done.
Interesting. No, that's fine. They can
have him. Have him.
Nothing. But you know what? That ankle might not be that strong. But yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. If you guys want to continue to support those Twins in this offseason, you guys can play the E-Tab game we teamed up with them for, Twins Win. And you guys can play that today wherever Pilot games are played. And check out that Home Run Derby bonus round.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. And we have a great E-Tab game that we're listening to right now, a little Dynamite, one of our dinosaur-themed E-Tab games. And you guys can take a bunch of prizes home in that one, or you can take home some prizes in our 70 different shareable E-Tab games. Play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5. With awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games, you'll definitely want to check them out.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. But as you guys are going after these jackpots, we got a little bit of music history for you guys. And in 2006, the Phantom of the Opera becomes the longest-running Broadway show when it marked its 7,486th performance at the Majestic Theater, breaking the record held by Cats, another Andrew Lloyd Webber musical that did not transfer too well to movie.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of how it transferred to the movie. We do have Lucky Nana as well as Steve, Super D, Nisa, all splitting up that Musco prize of $43.80. Good job to all of you guys, as we will now be getting rolled into a game number 8 of Game Day Bingo. Yeah, I am a huge fan of the Opera, not a huge fan of Cats, and so I definitely am happy that they pass them up as longest running, as I thought it was a better musical as a whole.
Oh, yeah, definitely was.
Did you watch the movie as a kid?
No.
Yeah, I ended up watching the 2004 movie in high school. I actually, while we were studying, fan of the opera, and it's pretty good. As you got Gerard Butler and a bunch of other big time actors and actresses in it.
That
do a really, really good job.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. I have not seen it, though. Gerard Butler has been in a couple of musicals, though, so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, he actually plays the Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
And does a really, really good job of it.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Maybe check out the movie today.
Yeah, definitely some cool stuff there. I know you're a big Gerard Butler guy.
Yeah.
As you love, was he in 300?
Yeah.
Okay, I was making sure. I was like, I always get mixed up if he's in 300 or Gladiator because him and Russell Crowe look very similar in their roles.
Those times,
but it's definitely 300.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but awesome stuff there. Phantom of the Opera passing up Cats as the longest running Broadway musical. Next up in 2007, revolutionizing the music game, John Mayer joins Steve Jobs on stage at the Macworld Expo in San Francisco to introduce Apple's latest innovation, the iPhone.
Oh, wow. Definitely a crazy one.
Yeah, combining the MP3 player and your phone together
was genius.
Making it into one. I mean, it was really, really good. And I mean, now everyone has iPhones and
or just smartphones in general.
Yeah, smartphones in general. They all have their different, music playing capabilities.
And like the things that you can do now, it's like, oh, it's got facial recognition. Like it's got so much stuff to it compared to so many people didn't really know where this thing was going to go.
Yeah, no, they didn't. And I think it worked out really, really well as the iPhone is probably the most popular phone right now in America.
In America, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the world,
I think
what the world's like.
outside of the U.S., it's Samsung.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. That doesn't surprise me. I'm pretty sure Samsung beats Apple in pretty much every aspect when you're talking about specs.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff
and
like
actually
that.
being able to customize your phone and stuff.
Yeah.
It has a lot more user customizability. Or
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah, it definitely does. Instead of just them releasing basically a slightly upgraded phone every single time, you can then buy a phone that is specifically meant for your lifestyle kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to the Samsung phones, but yeah, I mean the releasing the iPhone today was absolutely huge. Was a big game changer in the music industry as well as streams skyrocketed with the iPhone, and definitely some cool stuff in 2007.
Oh yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. But we do have a little bit of a reminder that if you guys want to participate and earn those PGL points on our specialty nights, you guys got to make sure you're signed up at PGL.world and become a member of our league. PGL players compete for points as well as having access to inside information that includes a monthly newsletter that has a ton of great information in it. Not only that, you guys get put on our new member spotlight where we get to give you guys a little bit of extra luck and see if we can't jumpstart you guys on those PGL standings.
Yeah, definitely.
Bless you, but we did just have a couple players that did just get signed up at the PGL, and those players that just got signed up are Murphy, M9872, Holly Soda, Liss 123, Liss Mini, Crocs, J Hall 78, Mandos 99, Jessica, Ace, Finally One, GMB, Pack and Q, Aqua Crew, Minion, Half Dog 34, maybe Half Cat 34 as well, Sky Blue, Eminem McCann 5, Tubby 20, Baba Bowie, Misfits, and GFCC 0, BGAG. Definitely some awesome stuff. Congratulations to all of our players getting signed up at the PGL.world. Hopefully, we can see you guys get on those PGL standings here shortly.
Oh, yeah, and if you want to earn some extra PGL points, head on over to the Player Connect app. Now, you cannot fill out the e-tip boards just yet as we're showing off Trish as our big winner from that Vikings versus Bears game on the e-tip boards. But as soon as we revamp those boards once again, which should be happening in the next few days, you guys will be able to fill out 5 squares on those e-tip boards, and you'll have an opportunity to earn PGL points in that first, second, third, and fourth quarter for Season 13.
Oh, yeah, but we've got a couple winners with Caleb over at 10 Spot Royal and Let Me Win Please over at VFW Spring Lake Park. They're going to be splitting up that $9.60 must-go prize, meaning that minor jackpot's going to be clicking up in monetary amount as well as clicking up to 56 balls or less to take home in this next game.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. As we got a little wild news to get into, as we got a Wild Wednesday coming up a little later on in the week. They're 22-14-3 on the season so far. And Thomas Grays made 36 saves in his first shutout of the season to lead the Blues past the Minnesota Wild 3-0 on Sunday night. Wild goalie Philip Gustafsson, who had 21 saves, did more than enough to keep the team competitive through 2 sluggish periods. The Wild lost for the first time in 8 games this season against an opponent on a second half of a back-to-back set of games.
Oh.
So, I mean, really, it's not crazy. I mean, to think that, you know, they lost in the game prior in an overtime loss, which didn't look good as we gave up 6 goals in that game. But, I mean, it went into overtime. It was kind of a toss-em-up game. It got added to our overtime loss category, which doesn't affect us as badly, which is always good to see. But this loss was definitely due to us being shorthanded, as we had a lot of injuries, a lot of tired players. I mean, whenever you go to back-to-back games, it gets a little bit, you know, iffy on who's going to be able to play and everything like that. So, you know, if there's one game to lose, I feel like the backside of a back-to-back is where it's at.
Especially in overtime. So that is A-okay. Make sure you guys are still out there supporting those Wild, as they're going to be having a game tomorrow against those Rangers at 6 p.m. for you guys. And one way to support those Wild is by playing the E-Tab game we teamed up with them for. Let's Go Wild. You guys can play that today at your favorite Minnesota bar and check out that Slapshot bonus round, as it's the only place where you guys can check out that officially licensed Wild E-Tab games.
Oh, yeah, but as we are getting enrolled into this next one, we got $37 available on this minor prize. You could take home in 56 balls or less. Definitely getting a little bit more doable as we are getting enrolled into this next one. Only 20 seconds to get involved in this game. But we do have a fishing report to talk about, and that is we're checking in with Isles Onamia Lake Millie Locks. This is done by Explore Minnesota on December 30th. Anglers are pulling good-sized walleye from Lake Millie Locks despite recent cold temperatures. Some areas of slush and water remain near the shore where cracks have developed, and ice thickness can vary greatly. Resorts are working out are working hard to plow the ice roads and accesses, as well as some new roads to fishing hotspots. The local snowmobile clubs has been out clearing and grooming trails for the weekend. During the winter months, anglers are allowed to keep one walleye measuring between 21 to 23 inches or one walleye longer than 28 inches on Lake Millie Locks.
Oh yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys are staying safe out there, as that ice is varying in depth and everything. But just a reminder, whenever you guys are playing those pilot games, to share those pictures with us. We love to get those pictures and to see your guys' faces. So if you guys want a jackpot, hold up your iPad and want to see that happy face holding that jackpot message. You guys can send us pictures of you guys playing with your friends or even your favorite bartender. And you can share those on Facebook by emailing them to us or jackpots@pilotgames.com. Or you can even put them up on any of your social media with the hashtag pilotgames. And we'll be able to scoop it up from there.
Yeah, we love seeing those player pictures. Let's show off one of those. Well, we'll show off one of those great player pictures once we start getting rolled, as we always got them in our enrolling screen, which is always a really good way to show them off. We do have a little bit of Vikings news, as we got some great news to talk about. The Vikings want nothing more than a way to wash away the bitter taste from the blowout loss and head into the postseason on a sweeter note. This was more like it. Kirk Cousins threw for 225 yards and a touchdown in the first half, and watched the rest of the way as the NFC North champions Vikings tuned up for the playoffs by beating the Chicago Bears 29-13 on Sunday. Cousins led 3 scoring drives as the Vikings, who host the New York Giants next Sunday, grabbed a 16-6 halftime lead. They remained in control the rest of the way after getting blown out at Green Bay the previous week. It was the first time since week 1 that Minnesota won by more than 1 score, and the team finished the year outscored by opponents 427-424. Which,
wow.
Yeah, they finished out. They were outscored by their opponents, which is absolutely crazy. We do have a winner here, though.
Oh yeah, we got Caleb over at 10 spot Royalton taking home that Musco of $10.50, meaning that minor jackpot is clicking up to 58 balls or less to take home on this next round, with that minor, major, and mega growing and rolling for this next round as well.
Oh yeah, well, Kirk Cousins kind of had a few words to talk about the few losses that they've had. You don't feel good all week, and you're disappointed, and it's kind of carries with you, Cousins says. And to be able to come back out on the field and compete and play a cleaner game and be sharp. I think it does help. But I don't think you ever forget what happened last Sunday or what happened in week 2 against the Eagles. Definitely great to hear that they're not,
they're keeping it in their mind still.
Don't let it just, like think that you're bad, like kind of thing. But, don't forget what those teams did to you and not wanting to feel that feeling again kind of thing.
Exactly.
And so hopefully we can bring a little bit of intensity heading into a home game for our first playoff game. Going to be in Minnesota, which should be a good advantage for us, as Giants are going to have to travel on over to Minnesota to take on the Vikings this Sunday at 3:30.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. If you want to continue to support those Vikings as they make this playoff run, you guys can play the eTab game we teamed up with them for, Vikings Victory. You guys just have to pick a letter in that skull bonus, and you guys can win some big prizes, as it's the only place where you guys can check out officially licensed Vikings eTab game.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. We are getting enrolled right now into a game number 10 of Game Day Bingo, meaning we only have 3 more opportunities to try and give out this great 58 ball or less minor jackpot. I mean, we also got that major prize, which we were only 1 ball away from giving out earlier on in the game, as that's sitting at $3,102.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. We do have Ben checking in saying that he's just glad that the Lions were able to take out the Packers.
Oh, that was absolutely awesome. We can talk a little bit more about just general NFC North football, as that was absolutely great to watch. The Lions deny the Packers from getting into the playoffs. Seattle ended up winning that game.
Yeah.
The Lions playing for nothing. They're just playing to ruin the Packers season.
I was talking to my dad about that, and he was like, you know what the Lions were saying? And I was like, what? And he was like, they just want to take out the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
They don't even care about making it to the playoffs.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what their defense
and
is
you gotta realize, a team that went 1-6 to start the season, and then they go on to go
9-8.
I think 8-2.
Oh, in their last
in the last bit of the season, they were 9-8 to end off the season, but they were 8-2 after that.
Yeah,
which
is ridiculous.
They were pretty happy with how they ended the season. I'm glad that we didn't have to take on that hot team in the playoffs. That was not something I didn't really want to take on either of those teams in the playoffs, and so I'm kind of happy Seattle ended up getting the victory. I
think it worked out the best it really could for the Vikings.
Yeah, but I mean they're taking on San Francisco, so Seattle is. So it doesn't really matter for us, as we're going to be taking on those Giants. I think it should be some interesting stuff. You think I was just thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking I would probably be done with Aaron Rodgers if I was Green Bay.
Yeah, no, they're probably going to be switching to Jordan Love here shortly.
I was literally just thinking about how many quarterbacks are better than Aaron Rodgers right now. Like there is right now, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, everyone knows Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. He's been one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL for years and years and years. But with how many good young quarterbacks are in the NFL right now, how many, I would argue, you move Justin Fields over to Green Bay, instead of him being over with the Packers, what does that look like? And, are they making the playoffs? Because, I mean, Justin Fields just, had one of the best rushing QB seasons of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Trevor Lawrence, you got Josh Allen, you got Patrick Mahomes, you got Joe Burrow, you got all these young guys starting to step up and become these star quarterbacks. Is Aaron Rodgers losing a place in this league?
Yeah, it kind of seems like he's starting to.
Yeah, without the leadership skills, he's known to not have leadership skills like Tom Brady. You get a guy that Tom Brady, even though he's falling off and he's not quite as physically.
But he still has that leadership ability.
Yes. He puts in the work. He makes all the other team want to work hard with him and everything like that. And he plays a very winning style of football.
Which you're just kind of not getting that with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you don't see that nearly as much with Aaron Rodgers. So if I was Green Bay, I would move off Aaron Rodgers, maybe try and trade him away to Tennessee Titans or something like that, as they would probably give a pretty good haul for him. We do have Ethel over at the Lookout Bar and Grill taking home a nice must-go prize of $12.80 in this game number 10. We'll now be getting enrolled into game number 11 with that minor prize clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less. High likelihood that it could be going out in this game at 60 balls or less, so definitely get enrolled in Press Play as we're going to be getting into some celebrity birthdays.
Oh, yeah, and kicking us off, born in 1935, we got Bob Denver, American actor known for Gilligan's Island and the many loves of Dobby Gillis.
Yeah, definitely big-time actor during his time. Happy birthday, Bob Denver. Next up, 1940, we got Jimmy Boyd, an American singer. He sang "I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus."
Oh, yeah, definitely didn't know what that song was about as a kid.
Yeah, we've talked about this so many times during this Christmas
the mom
season.
Was the villain when I was a kid.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I was like that lying, dirty. I was so upset with.
She's getting coal.
Yeah, that's exactly. I was like, she's gonna get coal for Christmas, and then I figured out, it's just Daddy dressed up as Santa.
No, yeah.
But he also was an actor in Bachelor Father, playing Howard.
Interesting.
Yeah, definitely some cool stuff. Well, happy birthday, Jimmy Boyd.
Oh, yeah. Next up, born in 1944 and the best to ever do it, we got Jimmy Page, English rock guitarist known for being in Led Zeppelin, doing one of the great works of Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah,
and was a part of the Yardbirds as well.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that. But I mean, definitely. I mean, whenever you're a part of, Led Zeppelin is one of the greatest of all time. It's Jimmy Page. Also one of the greatest of all time. Next up, born in 1955, another greatest of all time, and that's my opinion. You guys can disagree with me on this, but my opinion is 100% he's one of the greatest of all time, is J.K. Simmons. He is the best angry news reporter of all time. And
how is it hard to forget? It's 3 J's. J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
Oh man, get me pictures of Spider-Man.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that he is the greatest angry news reporter of all time.
Yeah.
That's not just J. Jonah Jameson. He is.
He is and then him and Whiplash, man. That movie is it's almost like a filmed anxiety attack. Are you rushing or are you dragging?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm a huge fan of J.K. Simmons.
Even his voice work, doing Omni-Man in Invincible.
Yes, he did. He did play a good
and he got bulked for the role for no reason.
Yeah, he got jacked for it. He's in a lot of different stuff. He's in The Accountant. He's in Juno. He's in Oz. He's in Kung Fu Panda. He's in 21 Bridges. He's in Zootopia. He's in so many different Justice League.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons, seriously one of the best actors of all time. I love him.
I'm a huge fan of him.
Also, I think he should play Buff Santa Claus in a movie. It needs to be done. That
would be really, really entertaining.
It'd be great.
If they could just recast, the Violent Christmas. From
instead of David Harbour.
Yeah.
Just be J.K. Simmons.
Just be J.K.
Look
Simmons.
At him with his power clean.
I know he is
like
jacked.
It looked like someone else was spotting him, and I was like, "Wait, oh, it is.
That
is the Rock spotting him."
Yeah. No, he is a jacked dude. He is a jacked dude now. It is ridiculous.
That is so great. I don't think I would ever be happier than watching The Rock spotting J.K. Simmons as he does it clean.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Awesome stuff. Happy birthday, J.K. Simmons. Do you have a favorite role of his?
Oh, it's got to be J. Jonas Jameson.
Yeah, I have to agree with that as well. He is just the epitome of J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, he is. Okay, next up on our celebrity birthdays, born in 1965, we got Muggsy Bogues, American NBA guard and the shortest player ever to play in the NBA, played with the Washington Bullets as well as the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, one of the craziest athletes of all time.
You have to be.
Being able to play in the NBA at 5'3" is absolutely ridiculous. He was so quick, so dynamic, just a really, really good, who had a 14-year career in the NBA at 5'3".
That is
really crazy stuff.
And they did him dirty in pictures with taking pictures of him next to stacked basketballs. I would be upset.
Yeah, that's him next to Manute Bol.
Oh, okay.
Which, if you know, his son right now is actually in the NBA. Bol.
Yeah.
He plays for Orlando Magic right now and is crazy tall as well.
What's his middle name?
I have no clue. Bol.
I hope.
I would guess not. We'll find out Bobo's name, middle name real quick.
Oh,
we do have a
before
winner, though.
We do have a winner. It's got Lucky Nana over at Monty Sports Bar, taking home that Musco prize of $16.20. Good job to you, Lucky Nana.
It's Bold Minute Bowl.
Darn it.
Yeah.
That is a really cool name, though.
Yeah, it definitely is. Well, happy birthday, Muggsy Bogues, one of my favorite players of all time, just due to the fact that he was 5'3", killing it in the NBA.
Oh, yeah, definitely some great stuff. Next up, born in 1967, we got Dave Matthews, American singer, songwriter, and musician, part of the Dave Matthews Band, So Much to Say, and a couple other songs, and also more famously known for the bus incident when they released all of their stuff from their toilet onto on a bridge, a graded bridge.
Yeah, I
and it
didn't
went
know
onto a
about that.
passing tourist bus.
Yeah, really, really terrible.
No one knows whose decision it was to do that, but someone's decision it was.
Oh, good old Dave Matthews. Happy birthday, Dave Matthews. Definitely some fun stuff. Such a good artist that his whole band revolved around him. The Dave Matthews Band.
Oh, yeah.
Next up, born in 1995, we got Nicola Plitz, a American actress. She plays Katara in the live action The Last Airbender, as well as Tessa Yeager in Transformers Age of Extinction. I thought she was Katara from the animated series, and I was very, very disappointed when I found out that it was the live action Katara.
That is so sad.
Yeah. It was really, that was
Because she doesn't even look like the same person.
No, not one bit, because she has brown hair in Last Airbender and has blonde hair in Age of Extinction.
Oh, yeah. Dang, that is crazy.
And is also a huge age difference in those movies.
Yeah, there really is.
Yeah,
and so, like, I guess I would have, like, assumed, but yeah, who actually does? Interesting. But yeah, that is cool, though. I mean, the live action, very sad that it, like, wasn't as good as it could have been.
Yeah, but I mean, it just came out too early. I feel like I feel like maybe if they made it right now, they could probably put a lot more into it.
Yeah.
But I just
Interesting choice for the director too.
Yeah.
Great director though, M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, but just not the right one for the movie that they were going for.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I feel like you had to go with more. I feel like you go with a comedy like director.
Or yeah,
like,
something like that. Yeah,
I
just
would
to make it like fun and light.
Like I would have like Seth Rogen direct my like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like
Seth Rogen would kill it.
Yeah, like I think it would be great. Like you want like a funny, like quick-witted Aang. Like
that would be funny.
I feel like
and seeing the recent casting choices for the for Avatar, the newer live action one.
Oh, no.
I'm a little more hopeful for that one.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I'm definitely interested in it. Speaking of live actions, super popular anime live actions getting adaptation. One Piece is.
Yeah, I've seen
and
it.
I literally just watched the guy who's going to be playing Luffy in a different show called Imperfects, which is on Netflix, which is like a superhero. It's kind of superhero. It's more like X-Men kind of storyline with it. It was really entertaining, and he's a pretty good actor. I'm very excited to see how he portrays Luffy.
That's gonna be a very interesting one, and it's so funny seeing all these seeing like anime blow up as it is.
Oh, definitely. It's weird to think about that. Like it's become almost like mainstream to like anime.
Yeah, a lot of people I know who are like still in like high school and stuff like that, they'll talk about it and they'll be like, yeah, dude, people just like chill with anime shirts and merch now. And I was like, oh man, I couldn't do that.
You were like back in the you would get ripped a new one if you did like back when we were in school.
Oh, yeah. And it wasn't even that long ago.
I'm sure pretty much everyone who's watching our broadcast would have been ripped a new one if they wore any anime shirt to school.
Yeah, there's no way. You would have been made fun of instantly, and now it's just kind of like
Besides Dragon Ball, I think Dragon Ball he was the one that you could get away with.
Yeah, which is weird.
No,
it was like Dragon Ball and Naruto. It's like two of them.
Yeah, it was. No, Naruto had enough.
Enough of the kids that watched it that made it bad. Yeah.
Yeah, there was just enough. But we do have to talk a little bit about some Timberwolves news and move off of our celebrity birthday list. As D'Angelo Russell scored 22 points and Anthony Edwards added in 21, as the Minnesota Timberwolves overcame a big early deficit to beat the Houston Rockets 104-96 Sunday night for their fourth straight win, meaning that their record is now 20-21, almost back to 500.
I saw 4 straight wins, and I was like so pumped, right? And I was like, And then I saw the 2021. I was like, yeah, we're still around that that 500, which is all right. As
But
long
with
as we
all the
can get a
injuries that
push.
we've had, Cat hasn't been playing at all
Yeah.
this stretch. We just got Rudy Gobert back. I think it's looking good for us as we're about to take on one of the worst teams in the league, the Pistons, this Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, but here we go. We got a winner. We got CLK over at Mabel Liquor Store taking home that must-go prize of $16.80, meaning that minor, that major, and that mega are going to be growing and rolling onto these next games.
Yeah, definitely. We're about to get enrolled into a little bit of Lucky 4 bingo. Me and Will are going to leave off on for you guys. But we got a player spotlight as Lucky over at Classic Bowl took home $57,000 this weekend. And over at the Classic Bowl, they were supporting the Coon Rapids Lions Club. Their mission is to empower Lions Club volunteers and partners to improve health and well-being, strengthen communities, and support those in need through humanitarian services and grants that impact lives globally and encourage peace and international understanding.
Oh, yeah, definitely some very important stuff to keep in mind. You guys are always supporting these great charities. So before you guys get enrolled into Lucky 4, just keep in mind, whenever you support Pilot Games, your community wins.
See ya.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a bonus. Ba 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 ba.
G'day, mate. Aloha.
Hello.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is.
53 balls.
at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching.
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a bonus. Ba 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 ba.
G'day, mate. Aloha.
Hello.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot games. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
Saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching.
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Wow, wow, wow.
Gossip bonus. Ba 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 ba.
G'day, mate. Aloha.
Hello. This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot capes. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, you know, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun. It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
it was awesome.
Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days! Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching.
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Wow, wow, wow.
That's a bonus. Ba 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 ba.
G'day, mate. Aloha.
Hello. This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot games. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome.
Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.